Yep. Welcome to another episode of Charged with Conspiracy. Don't get offed. Today we're gonna expose how much of a shill Joe Rogan is. Alright, check it out.
Yeehaw! The Joe Rogan Experience podcast is brought to you by The Fleshlight. If you go to Joe, what does that mean? God damn it. 170 fucking episodes and I'm still keeping my laptop power on. It's ridiculous. We're brought to you by The Fleshlight. Go to joerogan.net and click on the link, enter in the code name Rogan, and you will get 15% off the #1 sex toy for men. It was a tight race between #1 and #2.
What was the other one? Ham?
Melons.
Nicely sliced ham.
Whatever it is, do it or don't do it. They're just a sponsor, folks. But it's a good product if you're into masturbating. If you're going to do it, and you probably are, this is better than just doing it. It's technology, okay? Embrace the times. We're also brought to you by Onnit.com, O-N-N-I-T, makers of Alpha Brain. And we have a new Alpha Brain that's coming out. It's called The Stuff Online, 100% money again. It's at NYR12. Wow, we're organized as fuck. It's ridiculous. Well, that's the end of these stupid commercials, right? Go to joerogan.net, click the link, enter it in the
Oh
code
my
name Rogan,
God,
get
man,
10%
shut the
off.
fuck
Don't
up.
do that. Do the other one. It's NYR and get yourself 20.12%.
Exhibit A.
That's it. It's over. I know. It was brutal for me, too. All right, gentlemen and ladies and everybody else that's tuning in. Peter Joseph is here. We're going to get to the bottom of shit. We're going to get to the bottom of shit. First of all, before we even start this interview, I want to tell you that I'm ready to join your cult. I've gone online. I've seen other cult members and leaders before. They're not nearly as charismatic as you. They don't make as much sense as you. I think you're on point, and I'm ready to sign up. You just tell me when.
Me too.
Your utopian view of the perfect society is fucking brilliant, man. It's dead on. Peter Joseph, you don't know, is the creator of Zeitgeist, the original movie, and then all these follow-up movies, and now it's actually, you refer to it as a movement, and that's not cocky in any way, shape, or form. That's just what it is. It's a movement, So the Zeitgeist movement, TZM on Twitter, the TZ movement on Twitter, and it's a fascinating thing that's going on right now. And your movies and your movement, I mean, can you say it's yours now? Now it's sort of like, it's become a life of its own, right?
No one owns it, and whether people like it or not, they're a part of the Zeitgeist movement one way or another. What is the Zeitgeist movement? It's a definition of the times. It's the cultural nuance of all the shit that we believe and think is true, and how we progress through time, hence the Zeitgeist movement. So whether anyone likes it or not, they're part of the Zeitgeist movement. So I just brought that into that particular context.
How did you become this smooth-talking bad motherfucker? How did this happen? How did you become this guy? Because it's not just that you have all these great ideas. It's you never use the word all right? You just sail through these sentences, and you're just like, you're a musician? Is that what your background is?
I am a musician, a percussionist, classical percussionist. That's what I tried to do for years and years. But I didn't fit in the whole orchestral establishment percussion scene.
Now, percussion, enlighten me, is not drums.
You have drums, you have the mallet family, then there's the kettle drums like timpani, then you have hand percussion.
You learn them all?
Well, as much as I could, given the time that I had. In my studio in Culver City, I have a whole section of my little house blocked off for whenever I can pursue my old hobby again, which seems to be less and less, unfortunately.
Can people listen to some of your stuff online? Do you have a CD?
I'm working on compiling. I've been hesitant to do that because my identity's been so bizarre.
Right.
As a filmmaker, which I never intended to be, actually. I think I sent you the link of the first Zeitgeist performance, which was a performance. It wasn't intended to be a documentary in the sense, formulaically, as you would traditionally assume.
How did it morph? What happened?
Well, I had 2007, I did a 6-night run in Lower Manhattan, free. It was a thing I spent a lot of money on, prepared this piece over the course of 7 months. Didn't expect it to go anywhere because basically I had no rights to actually pursue this as a film. So this was a firmly one shot off, fair use type of deal. So I did it, publicized it, people came, everything was cool, everyone liked it, it was very dramatic, some people walked out, some people really liked it, some inspired Q&A. it was a catharsis for me. I was in advertising. I was doing shit that I didn't appreciate doing. Is what this system does, and it forces you into a particular pocket for the most of us.
For a
which
lot of
we
yeah.
don't necessarily enjoy what we're doing. So this is a catharsis, and the unique thing about it is it was so honest. This is a very honest work for me. I didn't really think about approaching the demographic. And when it went online on Google Video, before YouTube, this is when Google Video was the only internet video site that actually had full-length stuff. And very rarely you'd hear about feature-length films getting there. And I just happened to hit that paradigm right then, and it went crazy viral, and the lawsuits were threatened, and everyone thought it was some big documentary, big production. They had no idea the background
What
of it.
kind of lawsuits were threatened?
Just the people that are in it. You know, that film was a fair use film. It was not intended to be released. So whenever people saw like 20, 30 million views in the first year, everyone was seeing dollar signs as though, and I wasn't even selling anything. I wasn't even intending to. And then eventually I went back.
Yeah, he's never gonna get this guy back on.
The whole thing's full.
He's
the
a
whole thing's
fucking
montage of
shill. He
zeitgeist.
sold out
Just one big
humanity for
cluster
fucking
Right.
of all sorts of different
multi-million
personalities
dollars
kind of mashed together.
to Spotify.
And
Okay,
it's-
you think
most of
he's
them
actually gonna have
support it, and then some of
fucking
them,
Peter
you know,
Joseph on
agree,
again?
but everyone
Yeah,
got paid
fucking
off for
right.
the most part, and there's still a few rocks left unturned, but statute of limitations is now up on that, so if anyone wants to sue me, you're going to have a greater effect.
What a
Less
pain in the
effect.
ass.
Yeah, well,
Isn't it all just stuff that's just out there in the public record, essentially?
it is, but
You
fair-
can't put it together.
anyone can sue anybody for anything if they think they can get money out of it, especially in the film and media industry.
So you obviously are surprised by the response to the first film. You had no idea any of this was going to happen.
God, no,
You
I
were just
certainly had
doing
no
it.
intention to make a second film. I never considered myself a filmmaker. I was always musically driven. And then Addendum came out in 2008, and that was picked up by the Artemis Film Festival, shown here at the Egyptian Theater. That had a huge response, even larger in a certain sense, because it was the first time it had been publicly displayed, this whole phenomenon. And then that carried over into the Zeitgeist movement, which was basically the thought experiment I had. I was like, okay, we have these film series, we have plenty of people like Michael Moore making films. Do they really support change, though? Are they really doing anything to actually initiate a community effort to get something going? And at that point in time, I had
No.
no idea what
It's all
that would
about money.
actually be. It was.
That's all they're trying to do
I figured,
is
well,
make money.
It says it in the movie. I don't know if you remember Zeitgeist Addendum. It says, join the movement, start the largest critical mass the world's ever seen to try and get some change going. And it seemed to take root. And then from there, it's been this kind of bubbling, changing, and morphing kind of phenomenon that's global. Now the Zeitgeist movement, which
Look
is
at Joe in his
which is a
paperboy
shared
hat.
community. I want to make people understand it isn't like a movement that the world's ever seen. This is just a group of people that have a similar value set. That's the only way I describe it. It's the ultimate anti-institution. So I often don't even reference the movement. I reference the ideas behind it.
So you make this documentary, it gets out, and then all of a sudden you realize that there's this crazy movement behind it. Now, how do you attempt to organize it? Do you not? Do you just get out of its way and let it organize itself, like sort of an Occupy Wall Street type
It's a
situation?
combination
What
of
is
the two. We started off in a self-organizing capacity with volunteers from around the world. It was beautiful, actually, just getting all this communication from different demographics. I mean, the whole Zeitgeist spectrum, the audience, if you will, for not just the films, but for the movement that are paying attention to these ideas is totally vast. You know, people that are, I've met kids that are like 10 years old with a Zeitgeist movement t-shirt on, up to 80-year-old men that, that are looking for something different. So it's amazing. And the ethnicity differences are massive. I'm going to be in Israel next month giving a lecture. It's truly unique. So it self-organized as it began. We started to pinpoint different coordination positions, people in charge.
So
of
now you
media.
go places and give lectures as well.
I do.
And what is the lecture essentially? Is it just you breaking down how this got started, or is it you talking
No,
about your
talking-
perspective?
Well, usually it's lectures broken into three, or at least now the lectures broken into three. Typical lectures broken into the first part being what defines awareness and logic and reason, how we think about information, we're dismissing the messenger, look at logically X, Y's, and Z's, forget the subjects, it's all about the train of thought, that the process
Well,
of
that's
thought
the end of
is-
that.
is irrespective of personality. There's a huge conflict in society between logic and psychology. Very, very different. And I can expand on that as we go. Second section is the criticism of the current socioeconomic